Yo, this your boy, the Real McCoy, coming at you. I'm talking about boxing for all my boxing heads, man. Just had a great fight over the weekend, man. I wasn't really going to do a recap on the fight. I was just going to enjoy it, just chill. I got to be honest, man, a lot of my attention and focus is going towards the Dallas Cowboys. We had a tough game against the Ravens. And, I just kind of watched the fight and just kind of getting ready for that, you know what I mean? But one thing I did notice, right off the bat, people start saying robbery. I'm like, robbery? Maybe I watched a different fight from everybody else. So I went back, I watched it. I wish I could show it to you guys, but HBO, they gonna hit me up. They gonna flag me. They gonna hit me. Copyright or something like that. But I went back, and watched it, you know what I'm saying? No bias. If you guys are familiar with my channel, I don't care nothing about your skin color, your race, your nationality, where you was born, you know what I mean? Where you resided, where you trained, Big Bear, Vegas. I don't care if you train in outer space. I can care less. All I care about, when that bell ring, what can you do? You know what I mean? No bias over here. So went back and watching the fight. And I saw the fight how I saw it the first time. A close competitive fight. That could have went either way, in my opinion. Through the first 6 rounds, I had Kovalev winning 4 rounds to 2, plus the knockdown. I gave round 3 to the Ward. Close competitive. I gave round 3 to Ward and round 5 to Ward. Round 1, Andre Ward was winning that round, but the jab buckled him. They landed the jab at the same time. Like, whoa, okay. Kovalev got some power in that left hand. That buckled him. Andre Ward got dropped in the 2nd round. And I tweeted out, I was like, most of the fans and most of you guys were so amazed by the knockdown in the 2nd round that you just basically automatically gave Kovalev the 3rd. Now, I'm not saying Ward dominated the 3rd round. I just gave him the 3rd round and the 5th. So through the first 6 rounds, I had Kovalev up 4 rounds to 2, plus the knockdown. But when you go back and look at it, watch rounds 7, 8, and 9. That's how Andre Ward won this fight. Rounds 7, 8, and 9. See, a lot of you guys, I gotta call it like I said, we got a lot of sheep in society. We got a lot of followers. I call them cattle. You got the cattle walking down the line. They don't know what's going on. They have no idea. They about to be slaughtered. Cattle. You listen to Jim Lampley and HBO, especially Jim. I'm not gonna say home box office. I'm gonna blame everybody. But you listen to Jim Lampley throughout the years. Some people have said Jim Lampley is a racist. I'm not gonna go that far. That's a strong term to use. To just use it all loose like, oh, you're a racist. But he is extremely biased towards the power punchers. There's no doubt about that. He definitely prefers power punchers. And you guys are so used to watching HBO that I gotta call it like I said, you have to do an honest assessment with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself honestly, am I easily persuaded? Am I gullible? If the TV keeps telling me one thing, it keeps telling me over and over and I keep hearing it, do I suddenly start to feel and think a certain way? You know what I'm saying? That's what Jim Lampley, that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm not going to put all the blame on him, because at the end of the day, we're all, responsible for our own thoughts, actions, and beliefs. Especially as adults. But when you watch you guys are so used to watching power punchers that when you watch rounds 7, 8, and 9 specifically, watch rounds 7, 8, and 9. You guys completely kind of, like I say, all you guys, you completely overlook the inside fighting that Andre Ward was doing. At times, kind of bullying Kovalev around. The great body work that he was doing. Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. As the camera goes around 7, 8, and 9, they were sitting there kind of like twiddling their fingers, kind of, because they know what they were watching. You know what I mean? They know what they were watching. A lot of you guys don't understand inside fighting the dirty work that Andre Ward was doing on the inside, landing body shots, jabbing to the body. You know what I mean? Andre Ward won round 7, 8, and 9. I'm not a huge fan of Harold Letterman, but he even gave Andre Ward round 7 and 8, and he gave Kovalev round 9. Now round 9 was closer than 7 and 8. Andre Ward won round 7, 8, and 9. Look at the crowd. Everybody, the arena was kind of quiet. They're so used to seeing power on HBO. So used to hearing Jim Lampley say bang, bang, bang. Watching the Manny Pacquiao fight. When he fought Bradley. Especially when he fought Joshua Clottey. Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? I had tweeted this out. Give Jim Lampley some type of retirement package. And send him on his way. He had a great, 30, 40 years, however long he been on HBO. Time to move on, man. But a lot of guys who just sit in the arena was quiet. They didn't know what they were looking at in rounds 7, 8, and 9. Andre Ward won this fight in rounds 7, 8, and 9. You know, you guys are screaming, what's the robbery? Through 8 rounds. I'm not a huge fan of Harold Letterman. I thought his card was ridiculous. But through 8 rounds, Harold Letterman had Kovalev winning 5 rounds to 3. Plus the knockdown. 5 rounds to 3 Kovalev. I had it 4 rounds apiece. That's only a 1 round difference. That's only a 1 round difference. You see what I'm saying? So through 8 rounds of the fight, a lot of you guys was saying Kovalev was dominant. You got a close competitive fight. Then when you have a close competitive fight, you have a fight that can go either way. So in essence, when you have a fight that can go either way, there's no robbery here. Watch rounds 7, 8, and 9 is how Andre Ward got back in the fight. Through 9 rounds, Harold Letterman, whose card I thought was crazy and ridiculous, Harold Letterman had it 6 rounds to 3 through 9 rounds. But if you listen carefully, Roy Jones and Jr. and Max Kellerman were telling you guys, you're watching a close, competitive, great fight here. They were telling you, read between the lines. Harold Letterman, they show his card every, 3 or 4 rounds. They'll bring him on. They need to get rid of Harold Letterman, too. They'll bring him on. He said 6 rounds to 3 Kovalev. Listen to Max Kellerman. He said, well, no, Harold, not saying verbatim, but, kind of paraphrasing what Max Kellerman was saying. He was like, well, there were a couple of rounds in there that were close that could have went to Ward. Not saying they should have, but they could have went to Ward. So we'll take that as 2. So if Harold Letterman has it 6 rounds to 3, and Max Kellerman is telling you guys 2 rounds. You take 2 rounds. You take 2 rounds away from Kovalev and give 2 rounds to Ward. You got how I had it. Through 9 rounds, I had Andre Ward winning 5 rounds to 4. That's what Max Kellerman was telling you guys this. You guys don't want to listen. Rounds 7, 8, and 9. Through the first 6 rounds, I had Andre Ward down 4 rounds to 2, plus the knockdown that he suffered in round 2. So he's basically down 3 rounds. Then he won what? The next 3 rounds. He won rounds 7, 8, and 9. The fight kind of got a little, you guys say got a little boring, that's why, because a lot of you guys don't understand inside fighting. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Jim Lampley, but Jim Lampley said it himself. Andre Ward is one of the greatest in boxing history at rotating his hips and rotating his weight to create different angles to land shots on the inside. That's what he does. That's what he was doing in rounds 7, 8, and 9. Rounds 7, 8, and 9 got Andre Ward back into the fight. Look, Max Kellerman and Roy Jones were telling you, like, you're watching a great fight here. You're watching a close competitive fight. Now, some of you may say, well, if you take 6 rounds to 3, you flip it the other way. See, there's no way Sergey Kovalev won the first 8 of 9 rounds. No way. Or the first 7 of 9. No way. Max Kellerman was telling you guys. So that's why I don't understand. Where is this robbery thing coming from? If you got a close competitive fight that could go either way, there's no robbery. It's a close fight. Competitive fight. I had Andre Ward winning, but if they would have gave it a Kovalev, I'm like, okay, I get that. Not to Harold Letterman's extent. That was a little bit ridiculous, but I get it. Letterman had it. I thought that was interesting. Harold Letterman had his 6 rounds to 3 for Kovalev through the first 9 rounds. But Max Kellerman said there were a couple of rounds in there that you could have gave the Ward. That's what I did. So if you flip those 2 rounds around, you got it 5 rounds to 4 Ward. And that's how I had it. But if Ward is up 1 round, but he suffered a knockdown, so the fight is basically even on the scorecard. You see what I'm saying? I don't get the crowd kind of quieted down. Go back and watch the fight. The crowd kind of quieted down in 7, 8, and 9 because they're so used to Jim Lampley and power shots. So when the power punches is not landing punches, kind of like, well, I don't know what I'm watching, because a lot of people just don't understand inside fighting. It's boring. I don't know what I'm watching. Kovalev's a power puncher. You know, he's the more popular fighter. He won those rounds. Come on, man. Andre Ward won rounds 7, 8, and 9 because of his left jab, his left hook, his body work, and his defense. Those were the key rounds. Rounds 7, 8, and 9 are the rounds that got Andre Ward back into the fight. If he didn't win those rounds, he was going to get dominated. But he won those 3 rounds. Like, come on, what's robbery? What are you guys talking about? Then round 10, in my opinion, was the best, most competitive round of the entire fight. I mean, you had 2 pound-for-pound fighters, possibly who could both be in the Hall of Fame. Debatable, don't know. You know what I mean? Going there to fighting at a high level. Round 10 was a great round. Competitive round. I gave it to Kovalev. But you can hear Max Kellerman say, Harold Letterman gave round 10 to Kovalev. Harold and Max Kellerman say, well, Ward is landing some clean shots in his round. I think he said he was landing the more crisper shots, cleaner shots in round 10. Competitive round. I gave it to Kovalev. So through 10 rounds, I got it 5 rounds apiece. But I got Kovalev winning. Why? Because the knockdown. Then round 11, Andre Ward basically dominated round 11. You know what I mean? He landed a good left hook to the body, left hook up to the head combination. He landed some good jabs. You know what I mean? Kovalev was getting Max Kellerman and Roy Jones. Jim Lampley didn't agree, but Max Kellerman and Roy Jones was telling you guys, Kovalev is getting tired. Those body shots that Andre Ward was landing in rounds 7, 8, and 9, a little bit in round 10, taking a toll on Kovalev. He couldn't cut the ring off. He was just chasing. You guys were watching a great fight. You were being told you were watching a great fight, but you didn't. Either you didn't hear it, you don't want to hear it, or you got your favoritism towards I don't know, robbery? What are we watching here? What are you guys watching now? They're telling you it was a great fight. Kovalev went down in the 11th round. Not from a knockdown. He was just fatigued, kind of wrestling a little bit, and he fell over. He got up, his nose was bleeding. Now, Andre Ward took some shots. He had some bruises on his face, too. Now, don't get me wrong. Ward's nose was bleeding in the 11th round. So going into the 12th round, I had it 6 rounds Ward, 5 rounds Kovalev. But it's basically 5 rounds apiece because of the knockdown. Now the 12th round was competitive, but Andre Ward won the 12th round. He landed a good left hook upstairs on the inside. I want to say like a minute and 22, 23 seconds mark in the 12th round. He ended the fight with a great left hook to the body. Right around, I want to say it's like 25, 26 seconds. He landed a good left hook. You know what I mean? Kovalev let him hook some jabs too. I gave the 12th round to Andre Ward. Close, but I gave it to Ward on the inside. Landed some body shots. 7 rounds to 5. And if you look at it, 7 rounds to 5 for Andre Ward. Plus a knockdown. What does that give you? 114, 113 Ward. What were the judges' scorecard? 114, 113 Andre Ward. What's the robbery? What are we talking about here? Round 7, 8, those were the rounds 7, 8, and 9. Andre Ward won those 3 rounds. I'm hearing a lot of people like, what do you got? I don't get it. I don't get robbery. Maybe a lot of you guys, I mean, think for yourself. Don't be a sheep. If you don't know a lot about boxing, then don't just take Jim Lampley's and HBO's word for it. Don't take my word for it. Go watch and learn boxing for yourself. Don't be don't be a cattle. I call it cattle. Don't be cattle. Don't get led to the slaughter. Don't be led, astray here. Think for yourself. Have your own mind. Learn about inside boxing. Fighting on the inside. That's how Andre Ward won rounds 7, 8, and 9. You guys were being told by Max Kellerman and Roy Jones Jr. You're watching a great, close, competitive fight. They were telling you that. They told you that. For whatever, even Jim Lampley himself, who was extremely biased toward Kovalev, excuse me, he said it, I forgot what round it was, 10, something like that. Well, I think maybe, not verbatim, but maybe paraphrasing, you know what I mean? Kovalev might want to step up the pace a little bit because, he might know, he's losing some rounds here. I mean, to me, that's the key. Round 7, 8, and 9. I know a lot of you guys are gonna disagree, but round 7, 8, and 9, man. I had Ward down 4 rounds to 2, plus a knockdown, which is basically 3 rounds. He was down 3 rounds, not 2, through the first 6, and he won the next 3. That evened the fight. Kovalev won round 10. Ward basically dominated. That was the only round, but including the knockdown. You know what I mean? That was a round, besides no knockdown. Round 11 was the one round that was kind of, Ward dominated that round, round 11. Round 12 was competitive, but Ward found a home for his left hook, which is basically his best punch. Left hook upstairs, left hook to the body, on the inside. The very last punch of the fight was the left hook to the body by Andre Ward. Bow, bing, bing, the bell rung. No robbery. A close competitive fight. If I'm not mistaken, all 3 judges scored it the same way, 114, 113. That's how I scored it. If they would have said 114, 113, Kovalev, I'm like, well, I didn't have it that way, but it was a close fight. It can't be a close competitive fight and be a robbery. Makes no sense. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I know there's going to be a lot of you guys who completely disagree with me, and I get that. I also just started another channel. How about them Cowboys TV? If you're a fellow Cowboys fan out there like I am, I started another channel that's strictly about the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys TV? A link to the channel is going to be down in the description box. Check that out. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share, all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys think on my boxing heads. And this your boy, The Real McCoy, man. No robbery. I'm out. Peace.